Hi everybody, so I am here with my second video for my Party Planning 101 series. In this video I'm going to discuss the pre-party planning process. Basically it's what I do to get the ball going, all the organization and planning that I do pre-party. Now what you will need is what I use is a 1-inch 3-ring binder, and I also get dividers, and I love the ones that are the dividers with the pockets in them. It just really helps to keep everything in a centralized location. You don't have to use a binder, you can use a notebook, you can use a folder, you can use loose leaf paper. I just like to have it somewhere that I can carry it with me, that I can insert papers, take out papers, remove, and what have you. So this works perfect for me. Now, like in all my videos, you can tailor them to your event, be it a backyard barbecue party all the way up to a wedding. You just have to tweak things here and there, and some information you're going to have to get more details and what have you. But for this particular method of organization, it's worked for all different events that I've thrown, and I want to share it with you. I don't want to make this a super lengthy video, so I'm not going to get into too much details. But what I do is I divide it up in sections, and if there's any section that you want me to dive in deeper and show you what I do, please let me know and comment below, and I'd be more than happy to do a video for that. So the first question you have to ask yourself is, how many guests are you having? Everybody's going to ask you that, regardless if you're having it at a venue, or you'll need it for yourself to know how many drinks, how much food, how many seating, what have you. So that always is the first page that goes into this notebook, my guest list. Then what I will do, addresses, I put that behind that if I am sending out invitations, if it's something formal like that. And actually what I did, my sister took a sheet off of one of my wedding books that somebody gave me that had an address portion of it, and normally most planners have that address in there. I just didn't want to have to write down over 150 guests, so what she did was create an Excel spreadsheet, and I went in there and I typed everything in there, and I have it saved, and anytime people change or move, it's easy for me to update. So I would highly suggest you doing that. It's perfect for also sending out Christmas cards, birthday cards, what have you. And this is what it looks like. I printed a sheet out of it. If the light is too bright, I will post a picture. But basically, name, address, email, telephone, number of guests, number of RSVPs. This one has save the date and invite sent, and then table number, and then gifts, shower, wedding, and then thank you for each one. Now, of course, for a birthday party or a baby shower, I leave some of the stuff out, and I will just put put Deborah and gave a crib, and then I check off, yes, sent, thank you card. So you kind of tailor it to whatever event you're going. But anyway, that helps a lot, and it gets you organized, and so I highly recommend getting one of those to organize all your addresses. Okay, so now going on to the tabs. I don't have any examples because this was for my pregnancy. I had a pregnancy binder, believe it or not. But on my planning party ones, the first tab is always going to be the venue. Now, if you are having it at your home, you don't need this tab unless you're planning on renting tables and chairs. Then in that particular divider, I would put the rental agreements along with any questions that you have and any dates of any final payments are due. Now, if you are actually renting a venue, in that divider, I will put the rental or contract agreement, any requirements or restrictions, do's and don'ts, and then any copies of payments that I've given them, as well as I put blank sheets of paper behind each divider, and those are for random questions that I divide into each section. So if I have any questions regarding the venues, I put it there. And also, as well as on the front of those folder tabs that I showed you, I will put down a post-it notes, final payment, this date, and this amount. So that way I'm on track. I know how much I owe for each item. So second tab is going to be my food tab. Now this is one that is really, I get very, very super detailed, and I'll just kind of give you a quick overview. I basically, if I'm having a catering contract, then the menu that they are going to be providing, and then receipts, payments, and then miscellaneous questions. Now, if I'm the one that's cooking, or I'm not having it catered, then what I will do is I will plan out my menu, and I list that there. Then on the second page, I break down each item of food. For example, veggie tray, cheese dip, meatballs, chicken salad. So on my second page, I go on and I put veggie tray, celery, carrots, cucumbers, sour cream mix, veggie sour mix for the dip. And then I will put cheese dip, Rotel, Jimmy Dean sausage, tortilla chips, and then for this I put chicken salad sandwiches, and I'll put bread, chicken, mayonnaise, celery. So I list everything out, and then from that, all that, I make a master grocery list. And I put the different, sometimes I'll go to Sam's, which is like a wholesale place that I get everything in bulk if it's a larger party, and then my local grocery, and I separate that all out. But everything is laid out, listed out, so I know exactly what I need when I go to the grocery store. I know you're thinking, oh my God, that's just way too much to do and detailed, but believe me, if you're like me, you're throwing a party, you are hosting it, you are making the food, you are making your own decorations, you're having to clean the house. There's so many things that you are having to juggle and do that that last week your mind is going 100 miles per hour and you don't really have time to think. So you've already done all the hard work. Everything is laid out. If somebody wants to help you, you can easily say, okay, why don't you take the chicken salad sandwiches? These are the ingredients, and you can go to your master list and they're all there together in order. It's easy for you to mark out, so you don't have to worry about that. So definitely something that can go into more detail if anyone's interested in a later video. So the next tab I'm going to do is the drink tab. Now I do separate it because, like I said, I like to get super detailed. And what I do in the drink tab, I will put alcoholic drinks, normally beer, wine, and liquor. And then I'll put beer, 2 cases of Bud Light, 2 cases of Dos Equis. Wine, 2 red, 2 white, 2 Moscato. And then I will put the brand name if I know that, or look it up if anyone has suggestions. Then liquors, Crown, vodka, tequila. And then for the non-alcoholic drinks, 1 case of water, 2 buckets of tea, 2 12-packs of soda, Coke, Sprite, what have you. I detail, I break it down, I list everything out. And then I add whatever I have onto my master grocery list. Now, if you need help figuring out how much alcohol to purchase, Google alcohol calculator. It asks you a couple of random questions. How many guests? How long is your event? How many heavy drinkers, medium, so forth. Estimates a number, and it's really a good figure to kind of go by, approximately what you'll need. Okay, so my next tab is going to be my decoration tab. In my decoration tab, what I put in there are pictures of like anything that I've gotten inspired by or that I'm going to try to recreate, things off of Pinterest, what have you. I go ahead and put that in there, and then what I will do is I like to draw out my room or whatever area I'm going to be decorating and see how things kind of fit like a floor plan. I'm in no way, shape, or form an artist, but I try my hardest because it gives me a good layout, and if anybody's helping me the day of or day before put up stuff, it's easy to lay that there and everybody can see, okay, this goes on this wall, this goes on this wall. And I can show you an example. This was my baby shower. And here was the banner. Here was the dining table with the runner, the 2 small arrangements, the large center arrangement, cake table, guest sign book, candy bar with a mustache hanging, clouds hanging, and then I went as far as to put 2 tier cupcakes on each side, 4 candy jar vases, and then in the middle I'll go ahead and list out what candy is going to go in each. I have a video solely on the candy bar that goes into detail, so check that out if you're interested. It's great for all events, and it's such a great decorating. It helps and serves 2 purposes. Now, here's another example. This was my guest signing table. Here's the table. There's the painting. There's the stamps. And then what I do in the corner, I list out each thing. So here I have explanation card, painting, ink pads, green, gold, brown, pens, wipes, towelettes, what have you. So then what I do after, I'll go through all my drawings and all my whatever I'm going to have going, and then I make another separate list for all the things I need to purchase or things that I need to pull if I have we have a craft room or closet. And that way I don't forget anything. There's been times that before I did this, I forgot 2 party hats that I had made for my, cousin's birthday party. what have you. This way you know exactly all the things that you want to use and put out, and you have a checklist so you don't forget to actually put them out on the day of. Now, the last two tabs, you don't need them. You can for photography, and then I do one for music or DJ. And both of them, if you're hiring them, put your contracts in there, copies of payment, and then for photography, a list of everyone you want everyone you want a picture taken of, and particular moments or specific moments you want captured. The DJ, a list of songs you want played, and then a do not play list. And if you're not hiring either of the two, I like to still do jot down songs that are going to kind of pertain to the event I'm throwing. That way it helps me when I'm actually putting a playlist together. So it's very useful. As well as if I'm ending up taking pictures or I have a family member, I have a list, and it kind of just go off and check it to make sure that you're not forgetting anything with all the different roles that you're playing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too crazy or out there, but believe me, this method keeps you sane. It keeps you from losing your cool and running around like a chicken with no head. This way you don't ever forget anything. You go to the store once, you don't have to go back multiple times because you've forgotten items. And just remember, lists are your best friend, really, when you're throwing a party. You know, have a list for a grocery store, have a list for hobby store, and have a list for all the different vendors you need to go to the day of. For instance, pick up a cake here, pick up chips and salsa from this restaurant, and I put all those miscellaneous on a single sheet, and that way if someone wants to help you, it's also easy for you at a glance to quickly say go here, here, and here, and mark it off your list. So you're totally organized and you're totally on track. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please keep an eye out for my next one. It should be up shortly, and thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you later.